Hello again. Once again, I'm Viola Grace, and I'm doing resin crafts. Today's craft is going to be a snow globe using UV resin. I'll show you what to do and show you how this is what not to do. He's very cute, but he has issues. So we're going to make 2 snow globes and a ring. This is not the ring that will appear in the final cut. This as well, this was a trial and error. This was the error. So I'll show you again what not to do. Alright, first off, snow globes are made using a blown glass globe with an opening at the bottom. The opening at the bottom is very important because you have to make sure that any charm you want to put inside as a centerpiece to your snow globe will fit inside. I'm not trying to be rude here. You just want to make sure that it fits with some room around the side. Not too much, but you need a bit. So you need the glass globes. If you're going to be making a ring, you have to do a dry fit to make sure that the globe will fit on the ring. For example, I have this globe here. It came in the same batch. Theoretically it should fit, but in reality it doesn't fit on the ring. And yes, you can bend these outwards, but it'll mean that well, you'll lose the shape of the ring and you won't be able to get a good seal. So dry fit everything and sort the, if you want to make rings, sort the globes when you get them into what will fit on the ring and what won't fit on the ring. So far I have 30% will and 70% won't. So I came up with something to use the other 70%, and that's why we're here today. Well, that's why I'm here. You came probably because you were bored. Alright, so to start, for the larger pieces I have gotten a bezel. And the bezel is flat, and you can see it's way bigger than the globe. But that is where glitter comes in, and it looks like it's sitting in a little heap of snow. So we're going to start with the bases. So I have here 2 snowflakes, a silver ring, and an antiqued ring. So to begin, we're going to set up the charms. Now, this charm is the one used on these 2, and you can tell it looks way larger when it's inside the globe. This also looks kind of yellow, and I'll explain that as well. If you use a foil or a glitter that isn't waterproof, you will kind of get that effect. You'll get that yellowing or pinking or whatever you've used. Alright, so here we have a tiny little moon, and it has the attachment on it. Now I'm leaving that on for one particular reason, is I need a booster seat to get this particular charm up high enough to go past the lip of the globe. Now the globe has about, I'd say, 3mm lip. You'll have to bear with me, I'm Canadian. The globe itself is a 25mm globe, also known as close to 1 inch. An inch is 26mm. So it's going to be just about 1 inch and 1.25 inches when it's finished. So they are really tiny, but they're super adorable. Okay, so now on to the products. Now for this is a UV resin tutorial. Now UV resin is resin that is one part, you don't need to mix it, and it hardens when you expose it to UV light. I also have a tiny little USB nail curing lights, but this one will do fine for the tutorial. So before we open the resin, we need to open our beads. These are going to be the booster seats for all of the charms. They're going to elevate the charm that few millimeters so that you can see more of it, so that half of it isn't kind of sunk below the arch of the globe. And so first, for the snowman, we'll pop out a white one. And then we'll remember that this is a screw cap and not a pop bottle. And we're going to get two black ones. I have a dragon, a castle, a snowman, and the moon. So the dragon is going to be on red, the moon and the castle will be on black. And because this is clear, we're working with glass, a little bit is going to be available. That's why I'm paying attention to the colors. And we'll put the dragon on red. So the dragon's going on a ring. Dragon's going on a ring, and I just had it quick. Somebody tell me where I put the moon. Okay, I'll find it later, or I'll just get a fresh one. Yeah, I do that a lot. I tend to put things down and then lose them. Oh, there it is. Yay! Some of you were probably yelling, "It's behind you!" Or not. Whatever. Okay. So now we're going to put... This is going to be the snowman. This is going to be the castle. I'll put the red on the dragon. Anyway, laying this all out before you start work with it makes things so much easier. So now I'm going to open this. It does smell a little chemically. But, you know, it's resin, so... Alright, I just need one drop. I need to nudge it into position on its side. Oh, come on. There, ha 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 ha. I got it on, ha ha ha. Okay, and now I'm going to hit it with the UV light. And you center it as much as possible. I'll speed this part up for you. It takes about 2 minutes or less. Let's try that. See how that's working. Okay. Oh yeah, that is light sensitive, so you should actually keep it under wraps as much as possible. Okay, it's good enough to work with now. Now I'm just going to do that to the rest of these, and then we'll start attaching the charms. Okay, now we're back to putting the charms onto the beads. So this is a tiny little dragon. You've already seen the moon, but there it is again. This is an itty bitty little castle. And for some reason your voice has to go all high pitched when you say castle like that. And this is a snowman that, luckily enough, is double-sided. Woot woot! That doesn't happen that often, that you get a double-sided charm. So he looks good coming or going. So now we're going to position the charm on top of the bead. Now you can see by now that the UV resin has fixed the bead firmly in place, and so the charm is going to go on like that. I'm showing you this now because my hands might get in the way. In fact, I'm sure they're going to get in the way. And so now I'm going to attach all the charms to the beads. So here we go. Okay, now we're back and we're ready to do the fun part, which is fill the glass globes and then use the UV resin to fuse the glass to the metal framework. But first we get to play with glitter. It's my favorite part. So this is distilled water. That's all it is, just plain old distilled water. This is clear glue. Same kind we've been seeing, you know, every time there's a back to school sale, there's clear glue everywhere. Because, oh, heaven forfend, somebody get black, you know, or somebody get white glue, or... Anyway. It has to go unclear so you don't know where it's been. So we're going to fill the globes for the, I've set up this, I have a mold for large flowers, and it is perfect for hanging on to the, again, we're going to do a dry fit. That one works. That one works. That one works. And you can see how the, and you can see how the bead has elevated the charm. Because it's a moon, it's the same, you know, top or bottom. And then we'll just use the other one here. There we go. So that's the little dragon in his little dragon universe. Oh, sorry, that's the little dragon. I keep going up to my eye level, sorry. That's the little dragon, and he's going to be in his little dragon universe filled with glitter. So, now I've done a snowy moon scene. So now I want to do something for Halloween. So I have here some red glitter, some orange glitter, some black glitter that sprung a leak and spilled all over the other glitter, and I think we'll use the purple stars for this, and some little purple stars. Now these stars I don't know if you saw it when I went over it with the UV light, but they are UV sensitive or UV reactive, so that's kind of neat. And now I'm going to dump all the dry directly into the globe, because I find if you mix it up in the liquid, it tends to get a little it doesn't all come out of the cup, and then you've wasted it. Alright, so this is going to be cute and Halloweeny, so I'm putting a lot of purple stars in it. These tiny little bits of glitter are all from a nail glitter. So they're good to be washed. They're good to be encased in resin, because of course they're always encased in enamel. We shouldn't have any issues with them bleeding color. And there's a little bit of red. So far we have let's throw in some disco ball just for... After the ball has been shaken and everything settles, this is what is going to settle in layers around the base of the charm. So, you know, if you have about, you know, 1/8 of an inch, that is a goodly amount. Alright, now we're going to mix the glue and water to the right thickness. Now this was the problem that I had with my first charms. First I put the glue in and then I tried to thin it out. That's backwards. First you put the water in and then you try and thicken it up. So I have this little container here, which has very smushy sides. It's a little medicine cup. If you start doing resin, you're going to go through a lot of these, but it's nice because since they're flexible, you can actually, after the resin dries inside them, you can squeeze them and the resin will flake out. So you can reuse them and reuse them and reuse them as much as you want. Alright, so that is way too much. Okay, so I put in half a tablespoon of water, and this will probably be enough to do all four. And then we put in the glue, and the reason that you add glue to the water is it slows down the rate of falling. It makes things tumble slowly, and you don't want... First it's going to go, just like resin, first it's going to go cloudy, and then when you have it all mixed it'll go clear. And I will have to add more glue to this. There we go, now it's gone clear again. I don't know if you can see that. So. And I will add more glue and thicken it up just a little bit more. Okay. So I've gone from half a tablespoon now to just under 2 tablespoons. And again, I'm mixing here, and you can see that it went cloudy, and now it's going clear, as it's been successful in integrating. Okay, now this is a nice mix. If you want to test it with a, I'll put a star in it because I'll be using stars for just about everything. This is why I usually use the little scoop. Okay, so I put 5 little stars in it. I'm mixing them to get them all wet. And now you can slowly see them dropping, and that's a good drop. A good drop speed. Alright, so now I'm going to fill this first one. Alright, and this is why you work on an easily cleanable surface. Okay, so this is how full it is. It's still too much headspace for us. And the glitter is all in one giant chunk, but the stuff is falling very nicely. Alright. Now I've left just the neck space. And now I'm going to stir up the glitter. Yay! Stir up the glitter. Now this serves two functions. One, gives you an idea of what it's going to look like, and if I wanted to change it I could dump it out and start over. Two, it tells you how much, it knocks all the air between the glitter out. So you don't end up with an unexpected large gap. Okay, now I'm drying that off because I'm about oh, how fortuitous. I have one nail charm here, and it's a now on the floor, so never mind. It was a little pumpkin. It was a little pumpkin. But if you put too many of those of the nail foil charms in here, they tangle up. They want to be together, and then you end up with this giant floating clump. And that's what that is. Right there. It's a clump of little pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns and all kinds of fun things. Alright, so let's center this a little more. Once again, we have our UV lamp. Once again, we have our UV resin. Now in this case, we go carefully around the lip. There we go. The lip of the glass. Because that's the part we're concerned with. And now we snug the two together. Make sure that they're well seated. Push down. Turn on the lamp. Okay, so since apparently I didn't hold this up as I should, and it kind of went on crooked. I don't know if you can probably see that angle there. So we're gonna have to do some patchwork. I've covered the outside with a thin layer of resin. Okay. Now this will probably leak. Yay! Sorry. Okay. This is why I did them one at a time. So we'll start with the thing, and then it'll slowly settle out. Showing us the moon. Anyway, and I will do one more layer of resin around, and then I'll roll it in some glitter, some black glitter to kind of finish it off, and that'll act as a better seal. But keep it lower, keep it lower. There we go. I think it's pretty. And then the glitter slowly comes down and comes to rest. And let's see, where can I put it? I'll put it... Oh, I have little hearts for later. Okay. I'll put it in here. Alright, now, something else that I noticed but I didn't think anything of is that one did have a kind of a warped lip. Because these are all hand blown, they are irregular. So you can get ones that will require a little more coaxing to go together. So, what do we want to do with the dragon? I think a little Centauri silver. And this is, yes, if you identify this as a cuticle pusher, you are correct. Brand new, just got it. This is all it's ever going to be used for. My cuticles have their own issues. And a little yellow for the dragon. It's called Blind Me Yellow. And we're going to throw in some little stars. A lot of little stars. And I think that's good enough for now. I also have other glitters here. I have some huge chunks, but I'll save those for a resin project. Okay, so now once again we do a dry fit. Always do a dry fit. Yep, this fits. It has plenty of wiggle room. Okay, and now again we mix. So we don't want it clumping together in any weird ways. Okay. Now this one I'm going to do in my hand, so I'll try and remember to keep it out at this level, so that I can keep an eye on where I'm pushing what. Okay, there's that down. There's that on. There's that on. Okay, so I did the same thing to the second one that I did to the first. Maybe I'm the defective problem. Alright, well, I'm gonna harden these guys up in the nail kiln. Just for a minute or two. Sorry, this is just way easier. This gets all around them. Okay, now, what colors for the castle? And what colors for the snowman? Well, the snowman is easy. Whites, obviously. Start with the stars because they look so cute when they fall. Some purple stars. For the castle. Well, this is a lovely color called Magellan Spark. And castle can use some Magellan. And let's see. Ooh. Stonhammer Glitter. Oh, it's blue. Atlas Dazzle. A little Magellan, a little Atlas for the castle. And some Centaurian Silver. Centauri Silver, sorry. Alright. Yeah. To seal it, this is great, but to actually cure the UV all the way, you can either get a tiny little USB one, or you can get a little plug-in one. 5 minutes and it's done. I just, with the video going, I got all kerfuffled. Oh, we're going to need more glue / water. Let's see. All right, that's much better. All right, the dragon's in here, I swear. And there, as the glitter slowly falls. Falls delicately. Falls there. Sorry. I'll put clips of that at the end of the video for people who want to get a quick nap in. Again, mixing. It's cloudy now. Exactly the same process as when you're mixing resin. This does knock a lot of air out of the project, and then you have to replace that air with water. Well, your mix. Oh, I'm probably going to overflow when I stick the snowman in there, but I'm willing to find out. And it's not the first mess I've made today, so I'm getting quite good at it. Alright. Okay. Alley-oop, and here comes the water. And again, this is a slightly uneven globe. It's no excuse for the dragon. The dragon one was completely even, but this is a slightly uneven globe edge, so that's why I put the resin on both sides. I'm just trying to get this sealed. Okay, should be enough to seal it. Turn that on. Turn it over and shove it on in. You can't overcook UV resin with just a few extra minutes. No, no leakage so far. Okay, that one I didn't center. Still looks cool though. Okay, so we're back, and this is the fruits of our labors-ish. I have a dragon. I've got the moon in my hand. And if you can find glow glitters and stuff like that, then by all means use them, and they would make a really cute Halloween ring. Now, there we go. Sorry, it kind of... it sticks a bit to get started. This one had no air bubble in it, which causes a worse problem than when you have a large air bubble in it. There we go. Now we have a, oh, sorry, I did it out of frame. There we go. Have a cute little snowman, his own personal blizzard. But really, don't we all have our own personal blizzards? I think the castle is my favorite out of this batch, even though I positioned it lopsided on the, positioned the dome lopsided on the bezel. So now I'm going to get some white glue, I'm going to scoop some glitter on, and I'm going to finish them off. Or I'll use the clear glue. Okay, so that's it for today. I'll show these at the end of the video in a clip to see how pretty they came out when they're not surrounded by my crud. And then on the next installment, we're going to learn how to do the waterfall necklaces. This is a very involved process for me, so you know, bear with me, and if you're planning to do this, pace yourself. Alright, so thanks for watching. Bye bye.